Hello everyone. This video is going to be having interviewed session of where the discussion is solely about phonetics, which is one of the major components when it comes to language studies. Phonetics, as technical as it sounds, it has a lot to offer. It contributes to the ways we approach language. It contributes to our confidence when it comes to interactions, and it shapes how we communicate. And also, it shows various approaches that people have towards this particular aspect of phonetics. In this video, I have asked few people some thought provoking questions concerning this concept of phonetics, and various answers given by them would actually give us different perspectives when it comes to the approach we have towards phonetics. Let's get into the video. Hey Prakalya.
Hi Pritika.
Let's have a discussion about phonetics. Do you like phonetics?
I don't like phonetics.
Why? Why?
Why? Because it deals with symbols. Very scientific, I think so. That's why I didn't like phonetics. It won't be natural.
Since you feel it's scientific, how do you think are the literature papers that we have as part of our course are different from this particular paper?
I think so. It don't have any connection with literature because it deals with more science and it is scientific actually. It don't have any connection to literature because literature basically deals with what novels, fictions, stories, basically stories. And phonetics is totally different. It deals with symbols and how to pronounce, and for that pronunciation every part of our mouth or our face matters for pronunciation is totally different, but phonetics is totally different. That's what I feel.
So you like pronunciation but not phonetics.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we have the trend of making reels out of anything these days. So we see reels where one person would be mispronouncing certain words in English and the other person would correct it, or similar reels. So what is your opinion on that?
For some people it may affect them or it may hurt them. For me, I look it in a way, while I'm scrolling reels, I'll just listen to that video because for the words which I don't know how to pronounce it, I'll learn from that. I don't take it as a serious thing to hurt myself or my way of pronouncing, but I'll take it as a way of learning. That's what I think so.
Thank you, Prakalya, for your opinions on phonetics. Hello, this is Harish and this is Niveda. They are going to share their views on phonetics. Do you guys like phonetics?
No, not at all.
I like phonetics.
What is the reason?
Because I never score good marks in phonetics, so.
Yeah.
I like phonetics because I got to know phonetics only when I came here, joined for BA English. One of our professor used to teach phonetics in a very interesting way. The thing is, I saw a very scientific drawing of the jaw from here to here, which I was very engaged with the drawing. And the thing is, I started regretting for a moment that why didn't I do medical course and why am I sitting here? But then I thought, okay, but I saw the drawing and I got satisfied, okay, I am doing something that I wanted to do. So that actually made me a little, built me an interest towards phonetics. Also, another reason I have is once I started knowing more about phonetics, it has built a confidence in me that okay, I'm speaking more better than you because I know phonetics and you don't. So you better listen to me.
That you know the right pronunciation.
Yeah.
Since you feel it's scientific, how do you think? So we have many literary papers, no, like British literature. How do you think is it different from those papers?
It's like literature papers, like more like literary, like drama, poetry, novel. We used to study, like we more delve into like character wise and how the narrative structure is, and how the author thinks and how we interpret it. But in phonetics, it's more like science based. It's like we can't express our thought. Like it's like copy paste method.
Okay. Yours, please.
I also share the same opinion that literature is more about stories, fiction, novel, whereas at phonetics I felt at one point I did also that I started mugging up before the day of exam because it was really getting hard. If you understand and if you have core interest in that, yeah, it is the subject for you. But if at all you do not build a interest for it, then it is going to be really hard because it's all about reading. It's more about working theoretically rather than having our own interpretations.
Needs a lot of work.
Yeah, like the back work, that the mind work, that is also the thing, that mind work of mugging up if you're not interested. If you're interested, then it's fine.
Now that you know, you're aware of your words' pronunciations, how do you think, is it giving you more confidence when you're talking, or is it actually making you more conscious of how we are pronouncing certain words when you're talking in English?
Actually, like phonetics help us in mainly like I used to watch mainly in the series and British concept movies and all. So in mostly we don't get about the British accent. So I able to get now understand British accent actually. So it help us to see without subtitles. So yeah.
The thing is, I initially told, yeah, it is definitely one of the reasons to build up your confidence while speaking. But at the same time, it also has the negative aspect that yes, it does make you very conscious because you will realize, okay, they and the major thing is people, even if you pronounce it correctly according to phonetics, but most of the people will not be knowing about it. So the thing will be majority will be right, and they will think that you are the one pronouncing it wrongly, whereas you are the one doing it right. So it's like no matter how hard you try, if you're going to pronounce it according to the right phonetics, it is going as if you are the wrong one. And another thing is, I feel like I have started studying phonetics only when I joined here for BA English. But my nephew, he has started studying phonetics now itself. And I feel very embarrassing when he asked me that, do you know anything about phonetics? These are the pronunciation. Because I have forgotten most of the things. I did it during my first year. So that is one thing.
Okay, thank you for your valuable time, guys.
Yes, hi.
Let's ask him few questions about phonetics. Do you like phonetics?
I basically hate phonetics because I'm very poor in phonetics.
Oh, okay. Mm, do you think there is a difference between phonetics paper and the literature papers we have? For example, Shakespeare studies you have and British literature. What do you think is the difference?
There is a lot of difference, I think so. In literary papers, we actually used to write with the imagination and creativity, but in phonetics, we have some certain rules and regulations. So it's kind of difficult.
So, since you are aware of certain words, how they are pronounced now, since you have it as a paper, do you think it's giving you more confidence, or you think you are being discouraged about your pronunciations and you are so conscious about how you pronounce certain words?
Maybe I have confidence if I learned from school, but sometimes I feel uh, not good in phonetics. That's it.
It's making you less
Yes,
confidence.
of course.
Okay. In Instagram and YouTube shorts, we can see how pronunciation is approached in these days. We have two people on the screen and one people pronouncing certain words wrongly and the other correcting him. How do you see it?
The social media is mainly focused on the style of speaking. They never focus on the phonetics. So they're not much involved in phonetics. They're just focusing on the style. That's it.
So you are saying that they are mocking it, like they are having that kind of funny approach towards it, or is it serious from their side?
That is not kind of mocking. It's about the style of video. They want the audience want to attract with them. That's it.
Thank you so much for your thoughts. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Akka.
Okay, I'm asking you for a few questions about phonetics. Can you answer those
Yeah,
questions?
sure.
Okay, do you like phonetics?
Actually, in first I didn't like phonetics. Nowadays, I have cravings to learn phonetics.
Why did you find anything interesting in that you are
Yes,
liking it now?
yes. Actually, I have done a project in phonetics, which was how this Indian phonetics influences the English phonetics. So there I could find interesting things. How our diphthongs, it's manipulating English diphthongs. So how it is differentiate our native pronouns whether compared to the British pronouns. So like that. So I have learned there is something we should learn. Being a English literature student, we should learn phonetics to give correct pronunciation and also to produce a confident sound. So others should aware of that. Oh, this is the correct sound. Like
Talked about confidence, I would like to ask you a question. Uh, since you know about pronunciations now, that you are well aware of it, do you think is it making you more confidence when you are put in situations where you should talk in English, or it is making you more concerned or more conscious of what you are speaking and how you are pronouncing certain words?
actually, in addition to confident, I would say it kind of happiness that I am pronouncing a word in a correct way. So somehow I am proved that I am an English literary student. So I have used this phonetics way in a good thing. So I will be a good example for others. So it kindly makes some kind of confidence, comfort, happiness, I would say.
So it's giving you more happiness rather
Because
than care.
when we hit a correct thing, that would create happiness. So I would say like that.
Okay. The last question. Yeah, we see influencers making videos of anything. Do you think when we see a video of two people, one people making wrong pronunciations or the other correcting it, do you think it's done in a serious way, or do you think they are trying to mock how pronunciations are approached in these days?
I would say it's kind of approaching the people. If I'm in learning mindset, I would say it is it's a learning process. But when I take it as an unserious way, it would be a mockery way. So why do you want to pronounce like this? But if I want to curious on that, I will learn that. So
For
it's a
us, it would be interesting. For
yes.
not for all.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to ask few questions about phonetics. Can you answer those?
Yeah, sure.
Do you like phonetics?
If I want to say honestly, I don't like it.
Why?
Because I feel phonetics is like we need to study the scientific side of the language, bare symbols and some positions. We have to remember the position of our mouth and tongue. Where I feel it is like studying science or maths. So I don't prefer to study phonetics. But where literature is full of story, we can imagine, we can interrupt. But I can't do that because in phonetics we have some certain rules and regulations. We have to follow it. So I don't like phonetics.
Okay. So now that you know there are there are ways certain words are pronounced, we are aware of it. Do you think it's empowering you with the confidence when you are put in group situations when you're asked to speak in English, or it making you less confident or and more conscious about the way you pronounce certain words?
Actually it's 50-50 because if I know the word if I know how to pronounce that word, I feel very confident. Sometimes if I don't know, I'll take rehearsal myself 10 to 15 minutes. So I would say it's 50-50. Mostly if I know the word correctly also, but if I used for that for many years, so suddenly it will come like that word itself. So I'll say it's 50-50 only because sometimes I feel confident or sometimes I feel insecurity or anxiety.
Okay, you are introduced to phonetics only after coming to the college. So, do you think it would have been better if you had known it in school?
Yeah, of course, because when I'm studying school, we don't have syllabus like phonetics. But if we take this generation, even in the LKG or UKG, people are learning phonetics. If I know before itself, now I would be very confident. Now I will be more confident because from starting that base education, if I know about phonetics means now I'll be very confident. I know no need to be afraid in talking in front of others. So it would be.
The last question. So, we have in social media, we can see people when two people would be there, one would be pronouncing certain words wrongly and the other would be correcting it. What do you think about that? Are they overdoing it? Are they mocking the way phonetics is actually shaping pronunciation?
Actually, I think 50-50 because 50 percentage we can learn from it, or because some influence we can learn from them, but some influence they really mock at it because the accent or their style they really overdo it. So I think 50-50.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. Do you guys like phonetics?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, even I like phonetics.
Why? Any particular reason?
I guess why we study so much of arts and there's like multiplicity in meanings. Linguistics is one subject where we have like fixed theories and fixed answers. So, amidst that vast ocean, this comes like a relief at times.
Because literature is so abstract, and I feel like linguistics is distinctly scientific compared to all the other papers we deal with. So
That's why
it's a welcome relief.
You both share that idea that it's scientific, more scientific. So, how do you think is it different from the literary papers that we have as a part of this course?
It's not very different from literature, but it's different in the way we deal with it. When we come to language and literature, we have the possibility of expanding the meaning, finding deeper hidden truths. But in linguistics, we have a clear cut formula, we have a clear cut answer. So there are no possibilities of confusions or ambivalency there. You have a clear, straight answer to everything and a logical reason to validate it also. So that
Yeah,
way.
we have multiple meanings, multiple interpretations in literature.
Literature.
Like what was the author thinking? What was the readers? What do the readers think? But in linguistics and phonetics, we don't really have that space to search for different meanings. It's just concrete. The concretization is nice.
Very concrete.
It's easy to study too.
So then, asking about this question, does knowing the right pronunciations of certain words that we get taught after introducing us to phonetics, do you think it's giving you more confidence when you are put up in groups, or do you think it's actually kind of discouraging you, also making you more conscious of how you pronounce certain words?
I mean, it didn't really make us very conscious about or bad pronunciations or like wrong pronunciations, because English again is a foreign language and both of us speak different mother tongues. And learning English is a journey because our mother tongue itself, we keep learning different words, different grammatical things every day in our mother tongue. So I think it's okay if we pronounce things wrong, pronounce words with the wrong pronunciation. That's not how the natives pronounce it. We think of it as a learning experience. It's nice.
I feel when it comes to the question of confidence, initially there is this phase of being conscious while we talk, or because we know certain words are to be pronounced in certain way. But after we get, how it is pronounced over time with practice, that consciousness while speaking slowly evades, and you have that ease of speaking. And that ease automatically creates the confidence while we converse with people. So I guess that consciousness comes only in that initial phase. But then I feel that's important in today's world. As Shankari mentioned, there is nothing called as wrong pronunciation because every language is distinct and unique. But when we look at from a very global perspective, there's so much emphasis given to the English language or the received pronunciation. So for that factor, I feel we ought to know the rules and regulations and consciously change the pronunciation of certain syllables, or for that matter, stress patterns and all. But slowly that consciousness naturally fades away and we attain the pronunciation, which is, it takes time, it takes practice, but slowly it builds up our confidence over time.
So, and also we have in recent days we see influencers making videos of anything and everything. So one example is this. So when we have two people on screen and one person would be mispronouncing certain words and the other would be correcting it, and I feel some see it as mocking, some people see it as awareness, like the last person I talked to felt. So what do you think about that?
I don't really watch much reels, but I've seen in movies about making fun of people who don't pronounce English words the way it's supposed to be. I think it's mocking people who are making an effort into learning a foreign language. I think it shouldn't be done. I mean, we can easily understand the purpose of a conversation. If the person is mocking us or if they are talking to us with goodwill. I think it's wrong if they are speaking with the purpose of mocking the person who is trying their best.
Their intention is.
Yeah, the intention matters. Yeah.
I feel like when it not particularly to reels, but I feel in social media when we have contents related to pronunciation and English, we also have this tendency to grasp the language better. For I have seen people learning the language with so much more ease than when it's taught in the class. So such an unconscious learning happens with social media when we talk about one side. Also, there is this part of mocking people that comes from that very Anglophilic perspective. I feel
Colonialistic.
yeah, very colonial mindset. But keeping that aside, there are many great benefits from social media. It helps us to learn better, especially for the people who don't have that the financial conditions or the privilege of learning from a professional place.
Making it available for those people.
Yeah, so we could actually have that unconscious learning through these videos or social media platforms. I have learned certain words from YouTube Shorts where I feel, oh, this is how it's pronounced. So earlier I used to say content, which is happiness, but what I meant was actually content. So such things, such minute differences, you can actually learn from such videos, which are from a genuine heart. They want to teach you.
We also have these short scenes from foreign dramas, series. So I think it's natural for second language learners to grasp the pronunciation from the natives when we see them speak. So these are also positives of social media.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for your time. It was. With that, we come to the end of this video, where in this interview session I got to ask few questions from various people, and the input that they have given make it clear that different people have varying perspectives when it comes to phonetics. Some like it, some have so much interest towards it, and also the questions about confidence. Some find it to be giving more confidence whenever they are put in public situations, and some find it to be making them so anxious, taking into account the of them being so conscious about the way they pronounce words, and also about the media driven world that we are living in right now. Some find videos which have pronunciation based content to be creating awareness and also being serious and also being informative. Some find it to be made in a mocking way or unserious way, also having some kind of indifference towards the contents. So these questions make it clear that everybody shares their different opinions when it comes to phonetics, the language part, and have their own reasons to claim to be having such perspectives. Thank you for watching the video.